What's up, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood DJ Excalibur here. Yeah, that's actually a song I made, unfortunately. Today I have a story for you of my friend who was being really edgy, and that's a pun. You'll figure out why later. So, basically, I go after school I used to go to after school to a thing called SAC, which was basically like a thing where your parents could come pick you up after they keep you for a certain amount of time. It was basically like a daycare, but like from kindergarten through sixth grade. And I had a bunch of friends in there, and we sat together during snack time, which was basically when they gave out snacks, so that you could eat like whatever they had. And I remember that specific day that this incident happened, there was bagels and cream cheese. Now, the reason why I remember that is because you need knives for bagels and cream cheese, right? And that's where this stuff all started. So basically, my friend, we'll call him Ren, I think. He's sitting next to me, and like, we're just chilling and shit, you know? And this guy called Stevenson, we're gonna call him, walks up to the place where you get all the utensils and accidentally grabs a spoon, I think it was. And the teacher's like, why the heck are you grabbing a spoon instead of a freaking knife for the cream cheese? And he's like, oh shit, my bad, I didn't know. Of course you didn't curse, that'd be stupid. And he gets a knife and, you know, goes back to his seat. Now, my friend, well, no, I'm the idiot here. I go get like a shit ton of knives, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5, and they're all plastic, by the way. They're not like metal fucking katanas in the fucking box. So after grabbing this ass load of knives, I just like drop it on the table. No teacher caught me, by the way. And so Ren here's like, yo, hit me up with 2 of those knives. I'm like, okay, I've just got all of these because you have these fucking plastic knives. You can slather cream cheese all over that fucking bagel. And so he's like, yeah, hit me up with 2 knives. And I'm like, okay, here. And so after snack time, we have this period of time where you can go either to the gym or stay in the room and do a bunch of activities. So me and my friend Ren decide to go to the gym. And I didn't know this, but Ren actually fucking took those knives and put it in his pocket. I just threw those other ones away because I was like, I don't fucking need this shit. And so as soon as we got into the gym, we were about to play a game of surprise tag, which is basically a game where they randomly pick the tagger and there's like 100 kids. The person has to tag as many people as they can before they all reach the other side of the gym. So basically, Ren here gets his knives out and like he's sharpening them like fucking a katana in the samurai ages. His friend Sanderson, we're gonna call him, he's just minding his own business, and Ren comes out of nowhere with the freaking knives and like starts waving them around and like swooshing it and like at his face, and he's like trying to chop him up. Of course he didn't actually chop him up, like he got a fucking machete in both hands and like chopped him up like a piece of cucumber or some shit like that. But he was being really edgy because he had knives in his hand and the edges are sharp. You get it? That's fine. That was a shitty pun, by the way. I know you guys are probably recovering from that shitty pun. Probably give you PTSD for the next, like, month. But basically, the teacher catches him doing this, and she sends him to the room, which basically means that he's going to get fucked up. Like, the teacher's going to yell at him or whatever. And so we're just going along, like, he's gone. We're just playing along in the gym and like having fun, like playing tag or some shit like that. And one of the other teachers brings me to the class. He's like, Arthur, the teacher needs to talk to you. And like as we're going to the class, I remember him saying like, I'm like, what's up? Why am I going to the room? He's like, do you have any do you remember like giving Ren the knife? And I'm like, oh my god. And so turns out he told them, I mean, like I would have expected him to. He was young. And so basically the teacher lectures us both. I don't know why she even lectured me. Like I didn't tell him to go chop people up like he's Johnny from The Shining or whatever. But like I just told him, like I just gave him the knives because I was like here, take these fucking knives if you want them. I'm just gonna throw mine away. And so, yeah, I was like, why are you blaming me for this? My uncle walks in because he's here to get me. He was carpooling for my mom and dad who weren't at home at the time. And they tell him what happened. And my uncle looks disappointed, but then I explain further what happened in the car. They don't really give a shit. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He told my parents they didn't give a shit either. They're like, okay then. That's not your fault at all. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm still friends with this guy, or at least I was friends with him until I left for middle school. And, I didn't really care. But yeah, basically, you never know what people might do with things that you give them. Like, if you give them a freaking tennis racket, you never know. They might, instead of playing tennis with it, they might, like, chuck it at their neighbor's door and, like, it might smash through. Next thing you know, they'll be blaming yo ass for, like, for helping them in fucking this guy's house up, you know? So yeah, just especially in school where everything is basically unallowed, be careful what you do, obviously. Now that's it for the story today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. So if you did, leave a like, comment if you liked it, of course, and if you're especially generous today, I suggest you leave that subscribe. Anyway, that's it for today, and peace.